This video needs to be shared everywhere because we're not dead in the water. There's an attorney that's got a brilliant idea, and this video needs to get out to people.
All right, so we have a Supreme Court, essentially Donald Trump's Supreme Court, right? That dropped a ruling that could blow up half of the legal system. And unless Democrats wake up, they are going to completely miss an opportunity to turn this important Supreme Court ruling against Trump and against Trump's MAGA judges. So let me explain what happened. I'm going to try to do it as sort of clearly and sequentially as possible. The Supreme Court ruled that judges, lower court judges, can't issue universal injunctions. What does that mean? What the Supreme Court has ruled, if someone sues over a law, the judge can block it. The judge can only issue an injunction for the people in the lawsuit, not for the whole country. Okay? This does away with broad protections. And the point is, they don't want one federal judge stopping a federal law nationally for everybody. Why don't they want that? The argument they're giving, the Supreme Court, is that power didn't exist at the founding of this country. 6 Republican-appointed justices decided that the 18th century should run the 21st century. But here's the part that nobody's talking about. This doesn't just block liberal judges from stopping right-wing laws. It blows up the entire strategy of MAGA judges like Matthew Kacsmaryk, the guy in Texas who keeps issuing these nationwide orders, banning abortion pills, banning LGBTQ plus protections, banning climate rules, okay? This is where David S. Cohen, who's a legal scholar and a reproductive rights expert, says there is a way for Democrats to use this ruling and to weaponize it against the worst of MAGA. Stop begging the court for permission, use the ruling to take them down. And here is how. Based on this Supreme Court ruling, David Cohen argues, the left can go back into Kacsmaryk's court and go, listen, the Supreme Court just found you're not able to issue these nationwide injunctions. Every one of your rulings is now illegal, and they need to be dissolved instantly. They only apply to the plaintiffs in the lawsuit. So you can pass aggressive gun laws, climate laws, healthcare protections, and a right-wing judge goes, no. Okay, there you go. The ruling applies only to plaintiffs, right? That's what they're telling us now. But for everybody else, they want full enforcement. For their own rulings, they want full enforcement. But when conservatives go in and carve out a religious exemption so that they can discriminate, and a judge goes, yes, this is okay, you can apply this new Supreme Court logic across the board. Liberal parents with religious beliefs, opt your kids out of the abstinence-only garbage, the propaganda videos, Ayn Rand worship, whatever. If Texas can block porn for kids, then California can block gun sites or what. The point is, either the injunctions apply federally or they don't. So I'll give you some specific examples. If a Trump-appointed judge rules that mifepristone, this is known as the abortion pill, that it's illegal, before that ruling could block access nationwide to mifepristone. Under the Supreme Court ruling, that would only apply to the people who filed the lawsuit. If there's a lawsuit that goes, we got to ban mifepristone, and a judge goes, we're banning it. Now it's banned nationally. We say, no, it's only banned for those plaintiffs in that lawsuit. That's it. Doctors and clinics, everybody else can keep using it. This would mean a state like California or New York or Illinois could ignore those rulings entirely unless they were part of the case. Imagine that any of these things actually apply in the way that the Supreme Court said. It's complete and total chaos. But this is what David Cohen is suggesting. David Cohen is saying